Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. My name is Nurul Shaira binti Azmi, metric number 2014900005. In a student Bachelor of Business Administration, Hons Human Resource Management, and this also last my final year. And my first advisor is Dr. Nur Hadida Haziatun Muhammad Nur, and my second advisor is Sir Wan Yusrul Rizal Wan Yusuf. Today I would like to present about my viva is about the relationship between job rotation and work motivation among employees in Department of Human Resource, Ministry of Health, headquarters in Malaysia. If we can look about the slide, the course outline thesis for the chapter 1 is about introduction. The chapter 2 is about literature review. The chapter 3 is about methodology. The chapter 4 is about data analysis and the result. The chapter 5 is about conclusion. And the last one is about the references. For the chapter 1 is about introduction. Background of study. Statement. What is the meaning of statement? Human resource is the most important resources compared to other resources such as land, material, machine. That's also, for example, in the organizational context, the efficiency of human resources depends on the development of the individual's job according to human capability and characteristic. The second is about supporting study. The supporting study is about the keeping an employee interest in the job in the biggest challenge faced by the HR teams in the organization. The supporting study is about employee motivation. Is very important for organization are very concerned, requires physical, financial, and human resource to accomplish the goals. If we can look, it's about the problem statement. The first is about the problem statement. It also can change in the company. On the other hand, have an impact on employee attitudes, action, and beliefs since the represent a transition from a non-state to an unknown state. The second problem statement is the higher achiever are more inclined to favor job rotation than worse performs, since it is believed to contribute the higher skill growth. Significance of the study to the MOHHM department at the Putrajaya. It also can encourage the organization to understand more or what is going on about job rotation that has been implemented. To the researcher, the outcome of the researcher can be used as reference and valuable information for the researcher to understand the relationship between job rotation and motivation in MOHHM at the Putrajaya. The chapter 2 is about literature review. Literature review is the purpose of the study is to determine the relationship between job rotation and motivation among MOHHM employee. Job rotation is about to maintain their employees' motivation and get any different skills during their service. Type of job rotation such as promotion on their own volition or change by organization after reach a specific period, which is 8 years service in the same place. Two forms of about job rotation. The first is within function rotation. The second cross function rotation. It also can define as the physiological forces determine the direction of a person's behavior, a person's level of effort, and person's level of persistence. That what motivation concerns how behavior gets started, is agonized, is substance, is direct, is stopped, and what kind of objective reaction is present in the organism while this is going on. 5 concepts of work motivation. The first concept is about behavior, the second performance, the third ability, the fourth situation constraints, and the lastly is about motivation. The conceptual frameworks. We can look researcher framework is being illustrated for better understanding regarding the job rotation and work motivation. It indicates the study of the independent variable and dependence variable where the researcher interprets more about the research topic chosen at the Department of Human Resource MOHH. The main objective of the researcher study are to determine the relationship between job rotation and motivating among Department of Human Resource at MOHH. Next, chapter 3. If we can look, chapter 3 is about methodology. Okay, methodology, the first, correctional research design. We can give questionnaire to other people at the MOHH, at the Putrajaya. And then lastly, we can give Google form to others to complete the questionnaire. Research design. Chapter school. To lay forth the research methodology that was employed. What is a research design? Research design is defined as an architecture design or blueprint of a research project and the execution of the design. The goal of the study to better to understand the connection between job rotation and employee motivation at the MOHH Department of Human Resources. Research process. The first about research process, application of research. The second process, subject requirement. The third, link distribution. The fourth about data collection, and the last one is about data analysis. Data analysis we can get from questionnaire. Okay, sampling technique. The Quater sampling method is non-probability sampling method in which the sample is composed at the same proportion of people data, the overall population in terms of well-known qualities, characteristics, and the concentrated phenomena. Data collection procedure. The first about data collection to be distributed to respondent 44 questionnaire. The second, to obtain the best result. The researcher will ultimately gather and screen the questionnaire. The third, this process aims to gather accurate and comprehensive data. The fourth, and lastly, when they have leisure time, the responder will not obligate to write their names on the questionnaire and offer any other identifying information in order to maintain their anonymity. Okay, the next chapter about chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4 is about data analysis and result. Okay, introduction about chapter 4. This chapter concentrated more on the survey's finding and result. After the survey was complete, the results were examined using SPSS version 26 for statistical analysis. Overview findings: a demographic profile, anomaly test, a reliability analysis, a descriptive analysis, a correction analysis, a regression analysis of the data, and the hypothesis test for a job rotation connect to work motivation are all included in this chapter. So meanings is also include for chapter 1 until chapter 5. Demographic profile, we can look. Demographic profile consists 6 questions regarding 2 responder information, which are gender, age, marital status, years of service, salary, and number of internal movement in the organization during the service period. It's about survey questionnaire. As a result, 44 forms were ultimately complete and functional, which is 95% complete rate. If we can look at the slide, we can look about demographic profile, gender, age, marital status, years of service, salary is about majority female, 30 to 39, married 1 to 9 years. At about salary 1,000 until 2,900. Person correlation coefficient. If we can look at the slide, it details about job rotation, work motivation, and because the R value is within as the range of R to 0.40 to 0.70, the correlation coefficient is a moderate correlation with R equal to 900 99. Since the p-value is less than 0.05, the significant value 0.000 is considered significant. And as a result, job rotation and work motivation has a moderately good association. For normality analysis, we can look job rotation, work motivation. If the significant threshold is more than 0.05, is used to presume normality. According to table 13, the significant level of the job rotation is greater than 0.5, indicating that the data are regularly distributed. Whereas the significance for work motivation is less than 0.05, indicating that the data are not randomly distributed. Chapter 5. Okay, if we can look at Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is about discussion and conclusion. Okay, for Chapter 5, this chapter will provide and discuss the analysis and findings from the Chapter 4 analysis, meaning from Chapter 1 until Chapter 4. Additionally, this chapter will identify all of the research method limitations that were found, the conclusion of the study, and suggestion for additional research are discussed in the final session. Interpretation to the findings. The goals of this study was to ascertain the connection between job rotation and employee motivation within the MOHH Department of Human Resource. The outcome demonstrates that the reliability analysis for job rotation and work motivation is very excellent. It means 823 to 0.9, 0.8. The last one is a conclusion. Okay, the conclusion, to sum up, one of the critical element that might boost work enthusiasm is job rotation. This study encouraged job rotation in all organizations. Job switching significantly affects human capital, employees' excitement for knowledge and skill growth. Thanks to the pressure, motivation work on by rotation, which encourage them to pay closer attention to their studies and produce outstanding learning efficiently. A work rotation program that well out and execute can help to give employees the variety of skills needed to function well in the information age. In other words, job rotation programs allow employees to develop in their careers and contribute to the company by providing new hires with on-the-job training while simultaneously increasing the experience of current staff. The aggregate data demonstrate a strong significant association between job rotation and work motivation among employees at the Department at Human Resources, MOHH. As a result, the study is accepted. It's about to sum up, one of the critical elements that might boost work enthusiasm is job rotation. The study encouraged job rotation in all organizations. Job switching significantly affects human capital, employees' excitement for knowledge and skill growth. Thanks to pressure and motivation brought on by work rotation, which encourage them to pay closer attention to their studies and produce outstanding learning efficiency. Okay, that's all from me. It's about the relationship between job rotation and work motivation among employees in Department of Human Resources, Ministry of Health, headquarters in Malaysia. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much. Bye bye.